What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Rejuvenator channel. For today's project, we're going to be making customs for the entire Phoenix Suns team. On my desk, we got 15 pairs of Air Force Ones ranging from size 12 to 19. I'm incredibly stoked for this project. I've been waiting a long time for this opportunity. I've been a lifetime Suns fan, so for me, this is a dream come true. Once these customs are fully done, we're gonna head over to the Phoenix Suns locker room. The first shoe we're gonna be starting with is the biggest from the lot, size 19, that belongs to DeAndre Ayton. These are ridiculously huge. We're gonna go in, remove the laces on both shoes like always, take out the insole, and start removing parts from the shoe. We're gonna remove the swoosh off the right shoe only, and remove both Nike tongue tags off both shoes, using a seam ripper and an X-Acto knife as well. Good to go with that. Now we're on to the prep work. Using some acetone and cotton balls, we're gonna prep this area to get it ready for the paint job. All done with the prep work for now. Now we're gonna make some stencils. What we're gonna do next is apply the old school 90s logo right where the old Nike check used to be. For this, we gotta make a 3-part stencil. Shout out to our graphic designer, Julian, for this part. First part of the stencil is laid down. For this, we're gonna lay down a gradient paint job. Up here is gonna be a light orange, then orange in the middle, and it's gonna finish out with some red orange. We're gonna tape around it, and once that's good to go, we'll lay down the other 2 stencils, the ball and the lines. It's all about the details for me. Creating a gradient is one of my favorite things to do when it comes to painting. It's easy to create, and it's one of those things that make the paint jobs pop. Suns logo is laid down. This looks really sweet. I've always been a fan of this logo. It looks really crispy on this white canvas. Gradient's on point. I went ahead and did this on the other 14 pairs of shoes, so these are good to go. Next stencil we're gonna lay down is our swoosh. That's gonna go right here in purple. This is one of those details I felt like I needed to add just because I removed the swoosh from the outside shoe and the Nike tongue label, so I felt like I needed to put some Nike branding back onto the shoe. And I also felt like I was lacking some purple because of all the orange on the logo. All done laying down the purple swooshes, really easy to do, but when you do 15 of them, it's kind of time consuming. Now we're on to some laser engraving. For this, we'll be engraving each player's name and number on one shoe. On the opposite side, we'll be doing something different. For this, we're gonna need the help from our graphic designer, Julian, so let's meet him up now in the laser engraving room. Well, you guys, we're having some technical difficulties with our laser engraver. We're gonna order some new parts. Hopefully they come in time so it doesn't delay this project too much. Now we're gonna keep this project going by moving on to the tongues. Using some Foxtrot uniform stainer, sail to be specific, we're gonna hit the entire trim of this tongue all around. What I wanna do is give it a nice vintage look so you can match the tags and the laces as well as the Suns logo on the side. So much work to go. All done with that, it's a nice detail that complements the Suns logo. Now we're on to replacing the old Air Force One tags. For this, we created some brand new ones. On one of them, it has the original Phoenix Suns font, and on the second, it has the original 1970 Suns logo. But my favorite detail by far about these tags is the back. It says, "Everything you want is on the other side of hard," by Monty Williams. Tongues are complete, these are looking real good. Glad to have you here, man. So we got a lot of work to take care of.
Yes, I heard. Well, I'm the man with the plan.
So as you can see on this shoe, we did the Suns logo. We gotta do something similar on this shoe, but we're gonna take some inspiration from Warren Lotus. I don't know if you know him, right?
Yes, awesome artist.
He's been doing some sick shirts with the Suns.
Yep.
We're gonna take his Suns logo, slap it on here on all the shoes.
That's gonna look sick. All right, champ, let's do it.
All right, so now we got the stencil that we're gonna be using, lay down on the shoe. Before I can go in and lay down our first set of colors, we gotta get it nice and flat, especially right around here on the leather cut.
What do you think, Vic?
Let's see what we got here.
Not bad, huh?
Looks good.
There you go.
Follow my instructions perfectly.
Thank you, sir.
You think we'll be able to finish in the next few hours?
A few hours? Yeah, if we buckle down. Are you trying to catch that game?
Dude, of course. Suns and Warriors tonight at 8 p.m.
Suns on a 16-game win streak.
Warriors are 8, I believe.
And tonight, Suns win, they tie their franchise record, right?
That's right. And we end their little 8-game winning streak.
Yeah, dude, the Warriors.
All done with the prep work. Originally, we were supposed to be completely done with the step, but 8 o'clock hit, it was game time. We had to go watch the Suns. Good news is, they won.
17-0, baby.
That's right. All we do next is lay down the red and purple gradient. Ready?
Vamos.
We figured the best way to do this is by creating an assembly line. I did all the painting and he did all the heating to make sure the vinyl was laid down nice and flat to make sure no paint gets underneath. Like I mentioned, this is the Warren Lotus logo. It's gonna be a 3-part stencil. It's gonna start off with being the flame. We'll lay that down first, and then we'll lay down a gradient paint job. After that, we'll lay down, I believe, the circle, which is gonna be the basketball. Lay down the orange and a gradient on that as well. And then we'll lay down the black lines, remove everything, and we should have a pretty sick logo on this shoe.
Chris Paul with the assist. Booker driving the paint. Shazam!
Finally, here's where we're at. We got the Warren Lotus Suns logo laid down. The gradient looks so crispy. Same thing with the orange swoosh. This was a lot of work, but honestly, you saved me so much time, man. Thank you again for your help.
Welcome, Vic. Thanks for having me. This was an honor working on these kicks, man. You know how much we love the city and how much we love this team, so appreciate you.
Of course, man. And don't forget, I want one of those General Flight Valley jerseys.
Ah, yes, sir. On the way.
Oh man, finally, the laser engraver is back in business after a few weeks of it being out of commission. Julie and I have been going back and forth several times trying to come up with the perfect design for each shoe. Ultimately, we found the perfect font for the names and number. That's gonna go on one shoe, and on the second shoe, we're gonna put the Valley Proud logo. The design work and the prep work was very tedious and time consuming. Each shoe had a different name and number. Not only that, but each shoe is different in size. The size 19 requires a bigger logo compared to the size 12 shoe. All 15 pairs came out perfect. Now it's time to finish off the paint job. For this, we're gonna lay down a white base coat. After that, we're gonna lay down a red to red orange gradient from one side to the other. For the Valley Proud, I went back and forth between black and dark purple. Ultimately, I went with dark purple. In a perfect world, I would have gone with the lighter purple, but I did not want to add too many coats of paint to where the vinyl would have ripped off the entire paint job. Julian and I had to take one last trip to the laser engraving room. I felt like the shoe was missing one last detail right underneath that Suns logo. It took me some time to figure out what I wanted to add, but in the end, I figured out the final perfect detail. Here's a quick update on where we're at, you guys. Over here we got JaVale McGee's and DeAndre Ayton's size 19 shoes. They're enormous. We went ahead and laser engraved the name and number. It came out real sick, and then we gave it a nice red to orange gradient. Over here on this shoe, we also went ahead and added the Valley Proud logo in a purple tone. It's beautiful, it pops off the white. And the last detail we added is a 602 Phoenix. That's the area code for our city. For this piece, we're gonna lay down a nice dark purple as well. This is the big moment, you guys, the moment I've been waiting for. We're done with the engraving, painting, sewing, everything's complete. It's pretty easy to do on one pair of customs, but when you gotta do it 15 different times, it's a lot of work. On to the final touches. We got these custom-made Phoenix Suns insoles. These were designed by Julian. I asked him to apply the flames on the bottom of the insoles. That way when you see the shoes, that's the first thing you see. And when the players look inside the shoes, they'll be able to read, "Always hot in the Valley." That was inspired by Warren Lotus. Big shout out to D-Nice Customs for hooking me up with these insoles. They're top-notch quality. Now let's stuff these shoes. These came out freaking sweet, you guys. Now we're on to the final detail of the shoe, the laces. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with the faded royal for all of them, but the Suns will have two other options if they wanna switch it up with some white or orange or use all three. Damn, you guys, we finally made it to the end of this video, and I gotta say, creating 15 different customs all at once was a challenge of itself, but I'm so happy I did it. I love how these customs turned out. My vision really came to life. I did everything I could. I just hope the players like them as much as I do. Big thank you to the Phoenix Suns for giving me this opportunity. It's a dream come true. Hopefully we can do something again in the near future. Now it's time to deliver these customs to the Suns practice facility. Let's head over there now. My job here is done. I just hope the Phoenix Suns like these customs. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Vic Almighty. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.